You have your plan, you have your thoughts, you have your knowledge, you have your interests. But when it comes to explaining it to somebody else, you fumble or you get tongue tied. And this lack of confidence affects your relationships and your career. Because people's trust is directly related to confidence. That's why people get duped and conned. The con men come with so much confidence that people end up trusting them. That's why it's important to build your confidence one step at a time. And I've got 5 steps for you today. My name is Rai. I'm a former radio presenter and director, and this is my communications and public speaking channel. You can subscribe right now, and since we're talking about confidence, I'm going to post like this. All right, now let's get down to business. I've got 5 steps for you to build up your confidence slowly but surely. We'll start with the easy, the shallow things first, and then get into some serious business. So, the first thing that I'm going to tell you is to work on your appearance. Consider it a costume for the objective that you have. Try to look good, try to always wear fitted clothes. And once you dress well, that confidence reflects in your demeanor, and people judge you straight away by the way you look. Because I always say this on this channel that light travels faster than sound. So your appearance travels faster than your words. So lead with your appearance, and the confidence will grow from there, because people are going to first respond to you simply by looking at you with respect, and that is going to build up your confidence instantly. Number 2, this is where you have to know that in order to hold a conversation, it requires a little bit of practice. So before you go to a party, or before you go for an interview, or before you go to have a word with your boss about anything, or before you sit down with your child to talk about a difficult subject, you need to take a moment and talk to yourself. How are you going to start, and how are you going to finish, and what are you going to say along the way? Don't think that everybody's just winging it. People are practicing it. You just don't know. They're not sharing that information with you, how hard they practice to make themselves look good in front of people. So do not forget to practice the difficult conversations before you actually have them. Number 3, confidence comes from knowing things. And knowing things comes from knowing things. If you don't know anything about the subject, you will obviously not be confident about it. And confident people not only know the subject, but they know how to present the subject in an interesting manner. Now, if you see the news, and let's say the news is that there is a rally happening at a certain place, and you know everybody today at work or after work are going to talk about this rally. Now, you don't actually have any particular point of view about this rally, and you know you will have nothing to say. But here's what you can do. And this is where YouTube and social media comes into play. Because what happens in the news is that they give you the information cut and dry. It is what it is. This is going to happen at this time. And it's boring. It's not interesting. And if you repeat that, it's not going to make any interesting conversation. And people are going to be disengaged. And that's going to affect your confidence, because you will see people pulling away, people's attention pulling away. So in order to grab people's attention, you need to know a way to present the same thing, but in an interesting manner. But if you can't do that, a great practice is to check out a news on YouTube and then see the comments, or any social media platform, and then look at the comments. People have hilarious stuff on YouTube to say. They come up with such random lines. It's so fun to read. And sometimes they're so good, I sometimes just feel like standing up and giving them a standing ovation. They're sometimes that good. So there's a whole vault of interesting information out there for you to consume. The only thing is that you cannot consume information from a place that gives it to you cut and dry like the news. You have to consume it from different places, like people and conversations and social media comments and jokes related to it. That's when you will find all that juice to make things be presented in a way that not only gives out information, but gives out another coat above it, which is that of a certain ease with it, where you can not only say the information, but say something about the information, like you have a point of view. So now that we have gone through these 3 basic steps, let's up the ante. The next level is to know where you're going and what is the first thing you're going to say there. So let's say even if somebody is coming to your house and you're going to open the door, you can say, come in, like that. Or you can have a nice line prepared for it. hey, how was the journey, or how was the ride, or how was the flight, or I was just thinking about you when your car pulled up, or oh wow, you're finally here, I have been really waiting for this, or my child has been really waiting to meet you. Something extra, it's that extra that builds the confidence, like you know what to say next. Going out and giving people a hug and then telling them something extra, like, oh, come on in, are you hungry, do you want to have a drink, immediately is something that is going to come off as something confident. So you need to think about the first thing you're going to say and the second thing you're going to say. So the first thing can be very simple, like a hi. It's only in the second thing that you get stuck. So prepare your second thing. And last but not the least, now things are going to get serious. I'm about to tell you the story of Achilles, if you didn't know by now. So Achilles is this Greek hero, a warrior in the Trojan War. His mom did this amazing job of making him virtually bulletproof. She actually went and dunked baby Achilles in a sacred river, so he becomes invincible. But because this lady was holding the baby by the heels did not touch the water, and that is why the heels remained one weak point. And that's how the poisonous arrow hit Achilles and he died eventually. We all have that Achilles heel in social conversations. There's this one topic we're all sensitive about, like when are you getting married, or when are you having kids, or how about the job, are you still in that job? Things that kind of rile us up. And that's the one conversation we want to avoid, but that's that one conversation is going to come up. So why not go prepared? Know that this is my Achilles heel. This is what is going to take me down emotionally. So I need a good line to counter it. You have to sit and think about some nice things. And this actually happened one time. My mom was discussing that I was not getting married with her friend. And this friend one day visited our home. And I was just reading a book or something. And she came right up to me and said, so when are you getting married? When I'm going to have that feast? Because, in Indian marriages have this lavish feast. The feast is everything. You talk about the food for days. So she asked me, and I turned around and said, well, I don't know if I'm going to invite you. I don't know where I got that arrogance from, but I actually said that. Now, you don't have to be rude, but you have to figure out ways to counter the situation. And I think the safest way to do it with a smile and a joke. And so you play the game. You know it's coming. That poison arrow is coming at you. And you have to know how to make sure it does not hit your Achilles heel. I hope this information's actually helped you. If they did, please like and subscribe, because this is a new channel. When you subscribe, when you leave a comment, I know I'm doing the right thing. I'm in the right direction. And if not, I can course correct. So let me know, and I would love to hear from you, and see you in the next video.